Morning. So I'm just cutting. These are all the, I don't know what they're called, but anyway, they're kickboards for the bottom of the units in kitchen. So Cheryl measured everything, wrote all the measurements down. So far, you see them two bits over there, that's all I've got in waste. I've got one length left and 3 cuts to do. So wish me luck. So that's everything cut. Now, how lucky am I? I had a list of cutting, and the very last one was 109, right? And this piece, the full piece that's on there, is 103. And I have 2 offcuts. One is 5, that makes 108, and that one there, just a little bit bigger, that's 20. So we ordered 4 lengths of this kickerboard for the kitchen units, and the offcut so far is there, 10 mil. That is just lucky, because I certainly didn't measure. Yeah, so I've been very lucky. Willow's at the side gate crying at me. But I'm glad I've got them done. I can get these inside now, put them under the sofa to keep drying till I'm ready for fitting them. I don't want to leave them in here too much longer, you know, damp weather and everything. And also, I got a car full of cardboard, and I will get that to tip. So it's Willow. Of course, gate's locked, and she can hear me in the garage. And likes a bit of a song, don't you? Well, I'm going inside, so you can. Come on.
Right, I'm hoping that my wash is finished and I can get some more bedding in. So I'll have to do in here, I need to get the carpet shampooer up here. So there's been a couple of spots with just little spills, and Willow one morning was ill and didn't quite make it out of the bedroom into the hall. And I scrubbed it, and it's not a poopy. She was sick, and it was only a little bit. But I got this stuff, which is in here. It's another job for me to do, is to sort this out and paint it. I've got to empty and paint it. So I got this stuff, but this stuff is brilliant. But I scrubbed it and soaked up as much as I could. I mean, there wasn't a lot, but it was like that first thing in the morning, empty stomach. So it was just sort of like bright, little pool of bright green or yellow bile. And the stain keeps coming up. So I'm going to get the big machine on it and see if that does the trick. So that's the last in there. Recently went up there and sorted that up there. So that's okay, that's done. My room, the only reason I'm not feeling good about doing my room is because it's so untidy, because I've been sewing in there. I've had a project going on, and shall I just show you a little quick spin, and then just, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! So I've got to sort it out. I've got to have a good clear out. I'm going to do a charity run, and I've got some empty storage boxes up there. So I'm going to put some stuff away in there. As I've been doing projects, and I kind of been working, and then I sew on a night, last thing on a night, so I tend not to tidy up after myself. And then in the morning when I come back from Willow, I'm straight to work and thinking, oh, I'll just put that to one side. I might sew it tonight, and then I don't. So it's a mess. So I'm not looking forward to doing this because it does mean being organised and tidying, and I would rather just get stuck straight in and clean. But I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get on with it. Right, I'm hoping, yeah, I've got to go and check my wash, see if that's finished and get that on the line. It is supposed to be a nice weekend, so hopefully I can get everything washed and dried and fresh and smelling lovely.
There we go. So I'm just giving this coat of weather shield today, Saturday. I'm not going to do the front. Front's fine. Looks okay. I might get a bit of the back garage painted today. Have that old timber to take down as well. Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I thought you were upstairs in my room. Where's Daddy? Go tell Daddy I'm putting kettle on. I've clicked the kettle on.
Lovely.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready for your Halloween come Christmas.
Oh.
Oh, look. Kerry got these and I've never tried them or switched them on.
I'll have to messenger her. Ask when she's taking me Halloween shopping.
Mm.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Oh yes.
Alright, Will.
So, you remember these doors are bugger to stay open.
Yeah.
Do you want to film it?
Yeah.
So these doors were a bugger to stay open. And as you can see, they're still door open as wide as the car. And I think these bars are wrong. Oh, that's in the wrong place. But when we was last in Castle Howard, there was a bloke one of these and he was looking round this to see how our brakes was. And I said to him, how do you make your back doors stay open? He said, I'll show you. So, what you have, you drill a hole in there and you put something on the end of there, push it in there. If you don't have a trimmer, it's easy, but push it in there and then you close your door and the door can't close on you. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, so, and then of course it closes, and I've done that side as well. So I'm about to give it its final wax for ready for winter. But down here, that board I put up needs painting, doesn't it? So I painted this end and that looks quite nice now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not doing the front. That's not a paint, it's a stain that's weatherproof. Yeah, so that's that. And then I went to get paint with it. While I was behind the back of there, I got some of the rubbish and put the gloves. Anyway, can you find this colour paint? I can't. Green, innit?
No, it used to live
On there, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That one.
Heathland, Weathershield.
Sure.
Yep, that's the one. Weathershield, Heathland.
Have you seen it when it's open?
Well, you can see the green there, look.
I'll show you.
It does go on pale and then dry dark.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's not the same colour, is it?
It goes on that colour and then it dries really dark.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Right. So I can get on with that now.
I would
Okay.
give that a good stir though.
Yeah, I will. Want me gloves though, that are at the front. So I want to paint this. Some more.
Alright.
So I got the shed painted. Cheryl will ask me to get a Brillo pad or something and take the paint off the hinges that I got on. And I got a bit of garden we've got nice and tidy. Still got a bucket at the end there for bits and bobs. Got most of the weeds out. And I also got that finished. So that looks nice. The other job I did, which is of little interest, but I waxed the car ready for winter. So I've waxed it, but I haven't polished it. So it's looking a bit dull at the minute, but what's that? Don't know. Hey, that gravel. So yeah, I've just waxed it, not polished it. So I priced up the paving to go from up there down, right along, bit of Cheryl's washing, Indian stone all the way along. So delivered to us about 3x2, 3 foot by 2 foot, £550. That's quite a lot of money, so that will have to wait. But we will get it done, then we'll get the pots. Yeah. So the outside is almost ready for winter, really. Quite pleased with it. Okay, good. Just so you know, taped up masking tape on the windows around the shed. Just taking that off. So I've done a proper job. One thing I did get done was to get rid of a lot of that in there. So I'm getting that tidied. I actually filled our green bin, the bin that, you know, the council, they take them every 2 weeks, your garden bin. Yeah. I'll get rid of that white. Might just wash off. It looks a bit mucky there. Okay, all lapping in, all coming on.
Can I just mention that today was our day off and that meant you as well, and you said that you were just pottering. And what have you done?
Well, pottered. The thing is, you see, I mean, I've tiled here and across here, and I've grouted those. I'm about to grout them and put the sealant on. But I'm not putting this white along here. This will get clear grout on once you've done the varnish these.
Yeah.
Over here I'll put white on. You've already varnished and it's near all this water. You know, that's proper sealant. So I was proposed to have a day off today and rest, but this is all at this height, do you see? So it's just easy peasy, isn't it?
The electrician is in Greece for a week.
Oh, that's okay.
He'll text when he gets back.
Yes, his own fault. Phil and Sandy did that. The thing is, when we've done, you're going to have a lot of touching in to do, you know.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. Fettling.
Fettling, a lot of fettling. Ceiling, look.
Yeah. Bank holiday Monday. Hope you're all having a lovely day. I'm having a sort out. So, on one of my videos, you'll seen I've got all the windows cleaned, ready for the blinds coming tomorrow. And I was having also a clear out of the cupboard upstairs, which is the bathroom cupboard, and bringing everything down. So Mike sorted these cupboards for me to give me some room to put all my stuff. And I've got some more bits in the kitchen as well. So that's Willow's side on there. There. Obviously, drawer fronts coming for that. And we've got some bits in there which are for the cupboards. So that will be there. We'll have this drawer as well. First aid stuff. And this is going to be cleaning along with, there's my laundry stuff. In fact, it's going to make more sense to have my laundry stuff there. Right, unless, let's just check the height of that. No, it's the only thing. No, sorry, it's not that far away. It's not like I have to go on a trek to get the laundry stuff. I still haven't washed my washing machine. Right, so a lot of this stuff is what I bought when Mike was in hospital and I went a little bit bonkers on disinfectant spray and getting the place, you know, completely clean. I went a little bit mad with it. How many I've got? Yeah, one more for good luck. Oh no, that's air freshener. That's all right. A bit cleaner. Brilliant stuff. That. More disinfectant. There you go. Fabric freshener. More disinfectant. Air freshener. Oh, Mike don't like that. That might as well go in the bin. You don't like the smell of it. There's no point keeping that. I need to get some more polish. I'm running out. There's only a bit left in both of them. Oh, look. More disinfectant. Oh, I've got enough to last me a while. Fabric cleaner. There you go. Sticky stuff remover. More of that stuff. Which is nearly empty, that one. Lamb scale remover. Fair bit left in that. Mold and mildew, we don't use that very often. It can go at the back. That's that one. And then my cupboard. Under here's my mop bucket. Laundry. I think that will be where once that comes out, that'll be where my dusters live, probably. Right, I haven't got a lot of laundry left. I did all of my bedding, all of Willow's bedding. Got all the big stuff washed and dried and ironed. But today, although it's a scorcher today, I I am told it's gonna, we've got a lot of rain coming, so, and I think that's from tomorrow afternoon. So whatever washing I've got left, I'm gonna get it on the line. And then I'm gonna wash my washing machine. Hello. How did it go?
Yeah, it's fine. He didn't know what the bill was because the bloke on there. But yeah, it's doing the click, 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 click start. But I half expected that. Brakes are fine. It's as I remember it. Steering's, but yeah, it's full of stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to tip. At least I'm going to tip.
What's in all those bags?
I don't know.
You're kidding?
No, I don't. We put it in a year ago. I don't know. Needs a really good clean out and debugging.
Yeah.
But it was in storage for 6 months. He's had it for 3 months, so 9 months, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll get it on if I can, and then we can have a good look around it.
Yeah.
I'll get the keys and open up that back bit. There's all that foam there, look, we bought. I don't think we'll use it in here, will we? Well, we won't.
No, it won't be any good.
So, there's your curtain rail and hooks, look.
Yeah.
So at least they're in. My God, it wants a good clean. I know when I went to Tim's to collect it, it was covered in spiders, you know.
Beasties.
Yeah. There's my boots there, look.
They've probably got beasties in them.
Good boots, them. Don't know if I'll ever use them again. But for going round that site, they were good. And look, your weights. So we're going to have to decide what we want. And the rest can go in here and go to tip. Can't it?
Yeah. There's a lot more room than I remember.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it definitely is, it's tattier than I remember.
It needs a good wash. I don't think that'd help, but see the muck on it. You can let air out. I'll just get the key for the back door.
You coming out? Come see Daddy. Come on. Is it Will?
Hello. What are you thinking? Look, this is all bedding. Fluffy bedding.
From the van.
And they're all soft things.
Yeah.
So we'll have to open them out here, decide what you want, and then we'll put the rest in here and go to skip.
Yeah.
See, this I would take up, go to skip while we can, you know. And definitely got the front mats in the cab.
Oh heck.
I mean, they're terrible, aren't they? You can buy a set, you know. At least that's something. Everything we would want for it can be bought, you know. Oh, we'll click that there. It's just a bit of fettling. Even the underlay is bad. Look. Yeah, it all needs to come out, bagged up, ready for skip, doesn't it?
Yeah, just strip it and scrub it.
We've got 2 tins of Dettol spray. We'll start with that.
Oh, I've got loads of Dettol spray.
Yeah, 2 tins.
No, I've got more than that.
The little aerosols.
Yeah, about 5 of them.
Oh. Look. I don't know where to begin to fix that. Yeah. Yeah. Can we pretty it up? Would it do any good? Bit of rust. Surface, bit of surface rust. Yeah. I think maybe our standards have changed slightly. I don't know, do you?
I don't know.
I think if we prettied it up and washed it and it went to auction, we'd get 3.5.
What?
How much would you give for it? You see, you stood saying, well, no, I won't buy it. You see what I mean?
No, it's not that. It's just, it's not what I remember.
Well, it's clean, but it says where you remember it. Or I must admit, when I saw it, I thought, but there's a big spider web. We'll give it a wash, like such as this. I'm not helping. Then this spray, paint spray that you see. It wants a clear coat on it. I don't know what that is. So, no, it's all in that. Gosh, it would need some work, wouldn't it? The engine's good though. Well, fingers crossed. It's warm again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I still like the idea of it. I think we'll strip it out and we give it a good scrub.
See, this is the big issue, is here. See all these rubbers?
Yeah.
They're crispy. You see?
Oh gosh, yeah.
So I won't pull it back, but behind there will be rust. But all of these, for it to be watertight, would need replacing. These don't look too bad. It's the big rubber you see around there.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be rusty, and that'll be a window that opens. Now again, you can buy these, you know.
Yeah.
But it's how far. You know, we've got to be careful that we don't commit and say, yeah, let's do it.
Mm.
Because to get it to say something like £2,000, and it's another £2,000, and it's still ain't got the starter motor on. Do you see? But I don't know. Would somebody look at it and value it and think, oh God, I can do that and do that, you know? Look, see, this is filthy.
Yeah.
See all this fact that's a dead spider. Yorkshire Council. Yeah. Well, first thing, see
Yeah.
that? That was there, but it had a thin coat of paint on, you know.
Yeah.
Now it needs rubbing down and treating. Now that's something we can do, very little cost. You rub it down, scrape it, and you put a treatment on, that's it. So you can't paint it, otherwise you're painting the whole thing, you know. And then you put what's called a clear coat on it.
Yeah.
Which is like a wax, but it lasts for 6 months, you know. You've got to remember, it passed its MOT except for the front lights.
That's
you know?
not, yeah, that's not bad.
No. Talking myself into it, aren't I?
I still like the idea.
Well, let's have a cup of tea, then we'll sort this. Now, I wouldn't take these in the house yet.
No.
It's empty them out here.
Yeah.
All right then.
Cup of tea.
Good morning, people. So today, I'm hopefully gonna get this downstairs toilet, get a few tiles on. The tiles, as you can see there, it's stood up. They're really big, so it wouldn't normally take much doing. But anyway, I'm gonna have a go. These are the bad ones, aren't they? They're the toilet, but anyway. So I've got the tile cutter set up and a sheet down just to get any chippings that come off. Got little kneeling mat as well. So I'm going to get measured up first. Here's my tape. And have a go at it. That's the thing. This is one of Cheryl's jobs, but I'll go into where we're up to with our home, calling it a home instead of a house now. You know, we've been renovating for, well, I don't know, maybe 10 months. So we're starting to get there with it. We can call it home. That board there needs cutting. That's for the floor in here. But that's another Cheryl job. Cheryl will mark up the board and then I'll cut it with my hand saw. But I can't do it without Cheryl marking things up, measuring, all that sort of thing. Right, I'm gonna have a go. So I've got my gear ready. Those tiles at the minute are just sat there dry. I just wanted to see how I might put that, those first two in. Yeah, you see I've got pipe there which I want to span with a full tile. I'll tell you about the offcuts later. The cuts around the pipe. Well, no, I'll tell you now. That pipe, if ever it needs to come off, what I don't want to do, sorry, I'm shaking. What I don't want to do is to have to, the entire skirting in here gets damaged. So I've left a gap around it, which we can fill if we want to. But also that little offcut to the right of it, there, the smaller piece, I can take that out and it gives the plumbers, if ever they need to, a bit of room around it. Now it is true, the tile is just about sat on the pipe. That's not good. But there's not a great deal I can do about that. I'll lift the tile off a little bit with some spacers. Lift it off the pipe a little bit, but that's how that is. Alright, I'm going to get some of this tile adhesive on and give it a go. So I've got my tile in the cutter. This is just a manual sort of swipe cutter really. You can see the gauge there. The tile's too big for, you know, to be able to put the gauge on. That's about 9¼ inch cut. So I'll give it a go on this. I've not cut these before. The smaller tiles, these that I did in here, yet to be grouted, they were thin, cheap tiles, really easy to cut. But these that I'm about to cut are a lot thicker, heavier tile. Anyway, I'll give it a go. I've got to say, these tiles only just fit into this, but fingers crossed. And it's not the most comfortable of tile cutters to use, but we'll give it a go, see how it goes. I'm going to give it a couple of swipes. Now, so what you're supposed to do is to pick the handle up and then press down. And because you've taken the shiny top off, as it were, it's supposed to split. Shall we see? I might have to tap it, I think. Yeah. That's not working. Put another one in. And another one, I think. Right. Come on. Well, there you go. I think I had a lot of luck there. So I'll put this in 9¼ inch. I think I got a bit lucky with this tile cutter. Fortunately, I don't have hundreds of cuts. So yeah, I'll keep at it. There you go, see, that's first course on that wall done. There's a tiny chip in that tile from where the cutter didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. And now what I've got to work out now, put the next row on, is the bond. The Brook bond or the James bond. Not sure which, but anyway. I'm just going to have a play with a couple of tiles to see how I can, you know, put the pattern in, call it that. Right. So that's that wall done. Put the spacers in at the bottom of the tile. That's relatively easy, and the tile does tend to slide down to them, so that's easy. Kept all the adhesive off Cheryl's lovely wallpaper. Yeah. So I'm gonna do, there's a bit here to do and a little bit there to do, and then I'm going to tackle around the back of the toilet. I am not looking forward to that. That might be something that I say to Cheryl. Hey, you do it. Anyway, only because my legs are bad, not because I'm lazy. But I'll have a go, put it that way. Okay. So I've measured this here. It is 15 inches. And I could just cut two at 15 inch, put one on top of the other. But I'm only going to do this once. I am going to put a bond in, a pattern. So I'm going to cut two at 7.5 inches, one at 15 to go on top. And I'll measure that and do the same there. I don't know why I feel I want to put the full tile at the top. I think it'll just look better. You know, if you have a look at that, it's nearly 3 full tiles, and at the bottom I've got that joint there to make a pattern, a bond, but I think it is. I think it just looks a bit better. Yeah. So 3 cuts to do, 15 and 2 at 7.5. So I've 2 off cuts so far. These 2 here, the smaller ones at this end, and they, push them together, come in at 14 3/4 inches. The measurement in there is 15. That's enough. I'm going to use them while I can. One thing, when you're doing out like this, or at least I do, when I get to this point, I do have a good measure round to see if I can use any of the offcuts and what type of cuts I'll need. It does help, because the last thing I want to be doing is cutting tiles that I don't need to, because I've got an offcut that will fit or nearly fit. I might have to give it another cut, but anyway, there we are. Got lucky again. That happened, didn't it? I showed you about. I'll show you better when we come to fit them with these kickboards. And I kid you not, we ordered 4 lengths of kickboard, and when I cut it all up, Cheryl measured it, and I cut it all up, and I had 2 inches over 50 mil. That was it. From 4, what were they? I think 3 metre lengths. See what I did there? Meters, back into metric, back into imperial. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a go at putting these 2 offcuts in. So yes, I'm putting adhesive on the tiles, not on the wall. Somebody did comment that you should put it on the wall, and they're right in most cases. But this is a very small area, just like when Cheryl did the tiles on the fireplace. And also, I don't want this adhesive pouring or pressing out of the edges, because Cheryl's going to have to grout these, and if this adhesive is stuck in there, makes it difficult for her to grout. And you'll also notice I'm not putting a great deal of it on this area near the toilet, apart from when Cheryl cleans tiles, or I do, I guess. That's the only time they're going to get any liquids on them. So I don't have to worry too much about them lifting because of water getting behind them or any other liquids. And I want them to sit flat against the wall, you know, and not be stuck out at all. So I just find it easier this way. So you've seen what I use. I use big spatula to put it on, and then this little tool which puts it on evenly. I've also got this, I hope you can see this, smaller spatula, and that's for getting to the joint of the tile and being able to move them about a bit. Once they're on the wall, even if they've been on 2 seconds, very difficult to move about. Right, put these on. There we go, I've set that camera up. You're looking at a bit of toilet seat, but don't worry, it's clean. You'll notice I'm not leaving a gap at the back here. Don't need to, because the tile will go across here in there and I'll leave a gap there. So what I do want to do is put a couple of spacers at the bottom, and you can't move them up, they're grippy. So I put this in, and then if I can, and it's not easy, there's more room in a very small place, if you know what I mean. So I have to lift them up, put the spacer in, oh there we go, that was good, and then tap them flat, take the excess off. I'll do the other one the same. Ugh. Very shaky person this morning. Oh, I don't like that. That's too big a gap. No, I've cut that wrong. No, not having that. So I'll take that out. You can see there's too big a gap along here, and I can't share it. So I'll get rid of that. Things happen. Get rid of this off the wall. There we go, off there. Because it dries quite quick. Even though this wall has been emulsioned. So it's not dry plasterboard pulling the moisture out of it. The adhesive's drying very quick. So I'm going to measure that again, put it and fix it. But you saw what I used that for. Stick it under there. I can move the tile about. Right, I'll clean that tile off because I never know, I might be able to use it somewhere as an offcut. Yep. So I've got that corner done. Just by the way, that top tile I had to cut 4 times because I kept cutting it wrong. It's a 13.5 cut, and there's 2 of the bad cuts. The other one's in there against that cabinet, look. And those three are cut at 13 3/4. Why I kept doing that, I don't know. And I was looking around for something or somebody to blame, and I happened to walk past a mirror and realised, oh, it was you, you daft bugger. Anyway, so I've got behind the toilet to do now. There really isn't any room in here, very difficult. No room to swing a cat. I would not swing a cat. Like cats, always had cats. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have a go at these. First of all, cup of tea. Let's get a cup of tea.
Hello, couple of deliveries. It's the little things that excite me. a new draining board. Mike bought himself a draining board. That's his draining board. I don't know why. He's not gonna do pots. And he said, "Oh, I'd have got you one if you wanted one." Anyway, I've got myself one. I've got a posh one. Mine is Masterclass anti-rust dish drainer. Let's have a look what it's like. Not a lot to it. I know you're all thinking, why would we want to see you unbox your dish drainer, Cheryl? Well, I'm quite happy about it. I did make the decision that I wasn't going to have a dishwasher, so I've got myself a decent dish drainer. That'll sit on my ceramic.
Posh, innit? I hope it don't scratch your porcelain.
You're just jealous because you've got a plastic one.
Yes, and how much was that?
I'm not saying.
Exactly. Do you know how much mine was?
Tuppence.
£3.99. And that will wash with bleach.
And that will wash with soap.
Was this £350?
No.
£400?
No. Can't remember. About £20. Something else has arrived. We'll just cut the box open. Right then. I think I know what it is. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Wait, let's get this out. Yep, it is. It is my new stew pan.
Whose?
Ours.
Look at that. That's a stew pan.
It does say it's induction friendly.
Or aeroplane, you see, while a wet paper's been thrown out.
I know, 14 litres. Said I was going to do a bulk prep, food prep. Under Mike's supervision, we're going to do, because I'm not very good at stews. So when he used to do all the 25-year guarantee, when he used to do all the cooking, yeah, definitely induction. He used to make me some beautiful chicken broths and chicken stews and dumplings and
soups
and all sorts.
Can I just say two things?
What?
Important.
What?
First of all, 25-year guarantee. That will make me 120. So that's no good to me.
Your maths is terrible.
I know. but it will make me more than 100.
How old are you now?
67.
You're 66.
66.
Yes.
Plus 25 is 101. So 101, I'll be sending that back just after the King's card that I get. And can I just say something? That drainer, right? I can't remember how much I said. £3.99, right? Two things.
I think you said £3.50, but that's okay.
But thereabouts. No packaging. Look at all the boxes. Look, that you've accumulated. So no packaging, no delivery charge.
These were free delivery.
No packaging. Do you say? You know, Amazon are killing this planet, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Look at it. I mean, look. I'm off on one. You get a box, right? That's in a box. That's in a box that has a lot of packaging, and we've got to get rid of that. Council tax.
Stop moaning.
I'm tiling.
I've got a stew pan.
Look. Tiling. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. No, I've got a stew pan. I do the stews.
Well, you can't. I do the stews under your supervision. Ideal for batch cooking.
Yes.
Suitable for all stove tops.
It's the induction hob. It served us well, this. I think this was £135. And we've had it about 4 years.
Bit longer than that.
Yeah. Really good. And it has a really good setting on it. We'll show you this at some point. But you see it has a minimum, has a max and a minimum. And it also has some that keep warm, which is great when you've cooked something and you just want to keep it warm. Let's say pulling it out of here into freezer containers. You can leave it on keep warm. I can't do it because I spill it.
You get it everywhere.
Just throw it everywhere. Up the walls, everywhere.
I know, you tried to make yourself a cup of tea this morning, didn't you? Said, I can do it, and then you threw the milk top.
Through the milk top, spilt me tea. It's actually getting worse, but we might talk about that. Anyway, there we are. Stew pot for me and Cheryl. Buy a chicken.
Buy a chicken. Might just kind of make sure that I don't over salt and pepper stuff or put the wrong herb in or
Honestly, the packaging.
I know the packaging. It's gonna go on about that for a while. So yeah, got my batch cooking stew pot. I've ordered some containers as well. I've got quite a lot of containers. But it's just so that I can start stacking them all up in the chest freezer. Looking forward to it now.
So there we are, that's that corner of the toilet done. Turned out okay. And there's this corner. Now, you might be able to see some of this missing. And that's a little white space of stars. The reason is that the floor is out, which is a shame. I wanted to finish just at the height of the toilet. This side has, excellent. This side was a little high. So I took the spacers out. I'll have to put a pretend grout line in. Right, so after that big tiling session, well, a big tiling session for me in what is a very small space, downstairs toilet, I'm going to get tidied up. I've got quite a few offcuts. I do keep them all. So I'll get this lot tidied up, and I'm thinking about the next job. Now, for me, despite that all these kickerboards want putting on, both sides, of course, I've mentioned that. In here, in the conservatory, it's a job I can do by myself on my own, meaning that I don't need Cheryl to help me with the tricky bits, you know, measuring or painting close to something, cutting in, that sort of thing. So at the same time as tidying up, I will get rid of as much as I can out of the conservatory, ready for doing the job in here. And I'll go over that. I don't know if it'll be on this video. The skating boards that I've ordered are actually coming today. I won't get them done today because they won't be here till 4 o'clock. But tomorrow I'll probably plan for emptying half of this room, which will be the sofa, putting the skating on, and then start the process of cleaning, painting, that sort of thing. So I'll see if that can be on this video. It depends how well I get on, you know. Right. So, got tidied up, put things away. Sorry about my beard, but my tremor is so bad at the moment. I can shave, I just end up cutting my face, even with the safety razor. Anyway, that's not why you're cold, as they say. So, yeah, I thought it would be worth mentioning this. I had my cancer operation, October 24. So, you know, it's August 25 at the minute. So what's that, about 10 months ago? Now, let's say I stopped for about a month because I had to go back into hospital and, you know, anyway. So I know that I did some work before on the house, restoring the house, some work before my operation. Then I had the op. And let's say I rested for 4 weeks. I didn't, but let's say if I did. What I've noticed since December is that I used to do about a solid 3 weeks on the house. Heavy work, demolishing stuff, taking floors up, building walls, all heavy work. 3 weeks, and then I might get tired and have a day off. What's happened is, and I haven't put it on a chart, what's happened is, though, and I've noticed it more in the last 2 months, let's say 2 months ago, I used to do, say, 5 days solid renovating the house, and then I wouldn't be feeling too good, my legs mostly, but generally speaking. So I'd take a day off. So 5 days and a day off. And then I started to notice it was 4 days and 2 days off. But what's happened in the last 3 weeks is that I do a solid, say, 2 days renovating, and then I'm having to stop for 3 or 4 days and rest for 3 or 4 days. So that's quite a change really. Also, when I get tired, my the tremor I have, it got a lot worse, so I can't do much, you know, in terms of renovating the house or anything else. Can't shave. It's a kind of an indication in it. So, and I mentioned this to Cheryl yesterday, of course she knew. And she said, well, I don't think it's a bad thing. Maybe take 5 days off and then, you know, do 2 days renovating the house. I don't like it because I want to get the house finished for Christmas. That's not going to happen. I can see it now. I think all the heavy renovation will be finished, let's say, end of October. And then it's decorating, you know, right through top to bottom, really, apart from front room, best room, as it were. So we're not quite going to get finished for Christmas. And Cheryl's family says no rush. You know, what we're rushing for, there isn't. I get it. But I'm a person who likes to get things done, you know. I do work, of course, with both me and Cheryl have full-time jobs. I've said that before. Yeah, and that can get in the way of the renovating. Got to do the jobs because, of course, we need to be paid. You know, we've got lives and bills. We need milk and bread, that sort of thing. Anyway, I thought I'd mention that about my health side of things. Fortunately, the work that is left is okay. It's pretty light work. The kickboards on the kitchen cabinets, they're on the ground, but Cheryl will help me with them. The skirting boards are on the ground, because I'm thinking about my legs here, you see. But most of the stuff is either at waist height or I'll need a step ladder, and that's okay, makes a difference. Anyway, I'm feeling okay about things. I thought I'd let you know that. Yeah. And again, I'm having just a minute. There we go. I'm having a right ramble today. Ramble? Natter. Let's call it nattering. Chatting. So Cheryl started this channel, Cheryl Life at 50, I think about 3 years ago. And it was a diary of her life in her, starting at her 50th birthday and moving forward. And she used YouTube for it because it's a great place to put videos and they're always there, and I can edit her videos, so it is good. I don't know, Cheryl, I think, is going to put out a video of that history, that people call it a journey now, don't they? But anyway, so Cheryl, I think, is going to do a video about that, which includes getting monetized, which, if you know, is once you get up to a certain number of subscribers, and I think that's 1,000, and a certain number of viewing hours, which I think is 4,000, Cheryl will tell you, then you can apply and you can be paid for a number of hours, because the advertisers, them horrible adverts in between what you're watching, and you have to skip them and all that. Anyway, yeah, you get a bit of money. Honestly, as I say, Cheryl's been doing this 3 years, and she'll tell you, it's not a lot of money for doing, the number of hours that we both put into YouTube. You don't get a great deal. The kit, the camera, some lighting, some props, other stuff that she, certainly in the beginning when she used to do try-ons, for clothing and makeup and hair and all of that, there's no way, and the money that she's getting each month, she doesn't get a lot, and it's nowhere near paid for. And this is what I've never understood about YouTube. We think we put out authentic videos. It's us, it's how we are. No talking different, no different voices or accents or thinking of the right thing to say. There's none of that. And if something goes wrong while we're filming, depending, we'll probably just leave it in, but that depends, but probably just leave it in. So we think what we put out is okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's just okay. We get about, or Cheryl gets about 2,000 views per video. Now, a sewing one, she only gets 1,000 views, and I'm going to put one out about the VW van we've got. That will maybe 500 or 600 views. But this, what we're doing, this renovation, 2,000 views, it's great that those Cheryl subscribers watch them, and from the comments you really seem to enjoy them. But I watch other channels who I don't think are any better than ours, and they get 20,000 views. And it's true, they've probably got, 15,000 subscribers. So with that many subscribers, you would expect to get a lot more views. But we get 2,000 and they get 20,000. Anyway, that was on my mind as well, so I thought I'd mention that. Hope that's okay. Right, I'll have to get on. Got a whole list of jobs to do in renovating the house. I've also got some work to do, some students' work that I need to mark and get the feedback back to them so they can get the qualification done. Right, there you go. That's my quotes and news at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, back in the UK, East Riding of Yorkshire. Have a good day. See you later.
Happy Friday. I'm just having a little tidy around. I'll show you the blinds. The blinds came, put them up. Oh, something else. We had a couple of other deliveries. Got some containers, food containers for food prep. Only cheap, but plenty there. And I got myself a new cutting board. I've not seen these before, but it's a titanium on that side. And then it's called some wheat something or other, wheat stone I think, on that side. Got a little grating area for garlic and ginger. I would never use that. And it's got a little place to sharpen your knife as well. So quite happy with that. I don't know what that's for. It came with it. I don't know. Don't know why. Don't know. It might be to no, it won't be for washing. It's not big enough. No, I don't know. Stop trying to guess, Cheryl. Washed all of those, so they're ready to get bagged up for when we eventually go camping. Oh, the blinds. Show you the blinds. So the living room one was a little bit awkward, this one, because it was so long. It's 90 across there, really long. And we had to pull it out a little bit because of those handles. Those handles protrude quite a lot, they're quite thick. And so I don't think I will get blinds on the side. I've ordered my curtains and my curtains will be there, and it'll just be like my bedroom. My bedroom will have a blind at the front and it's already got curtains on the side. So yeah, it's a quite a nice dark wood effect. I think the ones in Scarborough were a little bit lighter than that. They were more that colour. But I like them. We're obviously, as you know, we're going for a dark, cosy look in here. Mike got that. This was we already had this lamp, but the shade wasn't any good. So he ordered this and it's lovely. And I love the colour. It goes really well in this room, this forest green. So I've ordered curtains in a forest green or a bottle green. And then finally there's a bathroom, which was fairly simple, but there were a couple of things that we just had to take into consideration when we put it up. And that was because, hang on, sorry, it's that time again where I'm having a clean. It's come round really quick, so it's my weekly clean again. Yeah, there was this quite a large step out from the wall on either side. So I had to measure between those, which meant when we put it up, we had to pull it in. You couldn't fasten it to the side walls. You had to pull it in and attach it at the back. And we got a middle bracket as well, which could have done to have moved a little bit to the left, but it's fine. It's working. That's the main. We have a blind. And I got the one to match the one in the dressing room. That one. And again, it is because I just think from outside, it's not like anybody's going to stand outside the back way and say, oh yeah, look, they've got identical blinds. But I just think it does look better when they match, rather than having, you know, something different at each window. So yeah, that was that. That was interesting, wasn't it? Anyway, I've been drinking my peach iced tea. I woke up at, it was 2 o'clock in the morning and got this. I drank most of it. It was a bit warm, so I'm going to have to get some more. Anyway, closing off this video here because I think we're around about an hour long again. Thank you so much for watching, and you know what I'm going to say next? I'll see you on the next one. Bye.